and good day. Breaking news this hour. The main opposition, United Workers' Party, is continuing to apply pressure on the government to recall and squash the Draft Tax Administration and Procedure Bill. The bill proposes, among other things, 100% increase in penalties for unpaid taxes. It also grants the Comptroller of the Inland Revenue Department authority to seize private and business assets for failure to pay taxes. The United Workers' Party is hosting a live press conference to discuss its objection to this and other matters of national concern. Let's listen in.
Time has come for more inspired leadership that will harness the best talents in our country. And it is clear that this Prime Minister and this government cannot provide us with the level of leadership, inspired leadership, leadership of inspiration. You listen to the man, he can't even inspire himself. Can't even inspire himself. And if you can't inspire yourself, you cannot inspire young people who are looking at you as Prime Minister of this country. It requires leadership that can deal with people, leadership that can actually lead, not a show, which is what is going on there with you. It's a show. And let's think seriously. We need to be able to combine law enforcement with strategic social interventions to show strength to those bent on committing crime here in this country. And unless our government can inspire our police officers to do that, we will always have this thing on an upward trajectory where tomorrow you hear of another murder, which is so very bad for our country. Folks, I have to say the United Workers' Party, we are prepared and ready to work with this government. And since crime is a national issue, I want to say to Philip Pierre and his government, it is time to include the ideas of the United Workers' Party. It is time to prepare to work with the United Workers' Party to be able to manage crime. We will never solve crime totally here in this country, but we must find a way to manage crime so that the economy can start to grow, so that students can feel safe at school, so that parents cannot have to worry when the kids leave home, they may never come back. And I hope they heed our message as the United Workers' Party, because it's not about Spider, it's not about Herod, it's not about me, it's not about Alan, it's not about any of us. And likewise, it's not about Philip Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party, it's about St. Lucia. And if our plans are to put St. Lucia first, let us do the right things by inspiring a whole generation of St. Lucians to think of life, to think of how precious life is, and why it's important that they stay around long enough to continue having a nation in this country. Because if everyone
In other news, the Independence Committee held the official launch of the 45th Independence Anniversary celebrations on January 22nd. Activities have also been unveiled designed to promote unity in the future development of St. Lucia. Citizens from all walks of life are being encouraged to showcase their national pride and support the observance. Makiba Eiffel reports.
St. Lucia's 45th anniversary of independence will be celebrated under the theme Duva Assam, building a nation through unity, resilience, and creativity. 2024 marks the third and final year independence will be celebrated under this theme. It echoes a call for all St. Lucians at home and abroad to join hands in national development. The Cabinet Secretary and co-chair of the Independence Committee urged citizens to play their part to preserve the best of St. Lucia for future generations.
The public sector must be a sound example to the private sector and invest in capital that is clean and green. Such public investments will provide job opportunities and generate a more robust level of economic growth. It is becoming increasingly important to forge partnerships with global organizations to explore more sources of renewable energy and undertake initiatives to reduce the effects of climate change.
The 2024 Independence logo and promotional video were unveiled by the reigning Carnival Queen, Shanice Butcher. Honorable Gibeon Ferdinand, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture and Information, highlighted the activities that will be exhibited across the island for independence.
This ministry is the lead ministry for several of the agencies who are putting together and planning a lot of the events for this year's independence. And what better way can we show or exhibit a sense of nation building than to feature the various aspects of our culture, our creativity, that are amplified through the events that we're putting on. And I'll just name a few of them. Export the runway. We have our local designers on show. And if you were there last year, you'd have seen the quality of the products that our local designers are putting on show. All made in St. Lucia, all used authentically St. Lucia.
St. Lucia attained independence from Great Britain in 1979. From the GVD News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
Thanks, Makiba. St. Lucia's sprint sensation, Julian Alfred, has done it again. She opened her 2024 season at the Dr. MLK International this past weekend, running a time of 22.28 seconds, the 15th fastest indoor 200-meter run of all time. It's the fastest in January since 1992. In 2023, Alfred ran the second fastest time ever in this event, 22.01. Alfred is set to race at the upcoming World Athletics Indoor Gold Meet in New York on February 2nd, 2024. She will face up against Dana Asher-Smith, and we say good luck to Alfred. Slippery roads and reckless driving are being blamed for causing a number of vehicular accidents around St. Lucia in recent days. On Monday morning, another collision along the Bexar Highway prompted authorities to make an urgent appeal to drivers to slow down and exercise caution. So far, St. Lucia has recorded one road fatality since the start of the year. Makiba Eiffel has the details.
This was the exact moment of the crash along the Bexar Highway at about 7:15 on Monday, January 22nd. A Bexar minibus headed southbound evaded a near head-on collision with a Suzuki XL7, which at the time was overtaken. The minibus had 6 occupants, including the driver, all of whom were transported to hospital. Its driver is said to be in critical condition.
On Monday, January 22nd, a motor vehicle collision was reported to the fire service headquarters at around 7:10 a.m. The incident took place in Bexar Castries and involved 8 individuals. As a result of the collision, 5 patients were taken to the OKU hospital for further treatment. These patients suffered various injuries to their bodies. The minibus driver was reportedly taken to the medical facility by private means before the arrival of emergency personnel. 2 other individuals claimed to be uninjured and refused medical attention.
The St. Lucia Fire Service is joining other local authorities in urging drivers to slow down and exercise caution when using the roads. Road safety is all of our business.
The Bexar Highway has been the scene for several vehicular accidents, some of which have been fatal. Thankfully, the victims in Monday's crash did not suffer life-threatening injuries. From the GVD News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
That's the news this hour. I am Michaela Charles Noel. Goodbye for now.